why we record. So again, for the issue, looks like it might have caught back up. There we go. And we got audio. There we go. That's whatever happened there. There's going to be a Hail Mary pass down the right side. Caught on the run. Beautiful catch. I still can't even see the number. It's a single digit. Number 7. Call it again. Trace Burney. Beautiful catch on the run. That's going to push them down to catch on the run. That's going to push them down to the 17-yard line. 20 seconds left to go. I know I haven't started the clock. I got 2 engaged in that. It's going to be a running play. Number 33, give it to him again. Shove himself. And that is going to be an easy walk into the touchdown end zone for number 33, Reggie Ferguson, calling his number again, saying, I want 6 more, run it up. So it's going to leave 10 seconds left on the clock. Huge 50-plus yard pass. From Jake McKissick to Trace Burney. And then just giving it to Reggie Ferguson to finish off that drive. And for those of you being able to watch the stream and actually getting the audio finally, this has been the momentum that Oakleaf has carried all night. And the field extra point's going to be good. 10 seconds left in the second quarter. And the second half. And I will readdress a few of this stuff. Chris, I do thank you for the comment for no sound. And I'm going to turn my phone up just for a second, make sure I'm still got it. We do. Awesome. So, Chris, I do thank you for that no sound comment. We were trying to work on that. Thank you for the 16 viewers that have been sticking with us. And Liam, I did answer the question. It will be in the recording, but again, we're live now with audio, thankfully. It seemed to have fixed itself after a slight buffer. The Fleming Island Oakleaf game next week is on the agenda, so that will be happening. We've already confirmed with the coaches we will be here. We will, again, probably do some type of pre-stream setup as we've already done, but an actual pre-stream to test the audio and make sure it doesn't happen again. We don't know what it was. Everything was showing good on our end. So thank you guys for sticking with us to finally get this caught back up. And this will be land at the 5 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. No time will run off the clock. Oakleaf doing a great job here to show their dominance that they had last season and that they are continuing in this season already against an Orange Park offense that since the very first play of the game with a flea flicker pass touchdown has not been able to answer with another one of their own. And at this point, Oakleaf having 2 huge defensive interceptions for 5 unanswered touchdowns between their offense and their defensive interceptions that have given them the ball back in amazing territory. And again, we'll see what Orange Park's going to do with 10 seconds left. I don't imagine they're going to do anything other than the victory formation they appear to be doing. They're just going to run the clock out. And that's exactly what they're going to do, is run the clock out to end the half, get to the locker room, or in this case, most likely the end zone, and try to figure out what's going on with their team. They have had some good plays, but it has not been enough to get them anywhere other than the very first play of the game. Their penalties have forced them back more than they've ended up gaining out of the attempted offensive drives. So they will definitely need to come up with something during their halftime break. We'll be back here on Sunshine State Broadcasting. Please enjoy the halftime show. as we present it. I will leave the crowd make turned up so you can enjoy it.
Tonight, the Raider Band will be presenting a portion of their 2025 show, Theseus, with selections including O Fortuna from Carmina Burana, composed by Orff and arranged by C.A. Whitten and Willis. Drum majors, Tara Lely and Alexis Jaramillo. Is your band ready? Orange Park Raider Band. and gentlemen, the Orange Park Raider Band. Thank you to our awesome administrative team for their continued support. Mr. Ivan Gunder, Mrs. Destiny Brightman, Mr. Brian Boyer, Dr. Laura Mayberry, Mrs. Caitlin Hayes, and Mrs. Rebecca James. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field the Oakleaf High School Golden Regiment. The band will be performing a portion of their 2025 production, Where the Sidewalk Ends, featuring music from Tears for Fears, Alessandro Moro, Pink Floyd, and Phil Collins. Student leaders are Megan Hatfield to Chad Bonsall, Jaden Liu, Dylan Davies, Sophia Cordero, Ava Williams, Jade Glover, Jalen Tutler, Leonardo Arias, Aiden Prater, Christine Perez, Kylie McCoy, Sophia Torres, Owen Mills, Kimberly Ryan, Christopher Weeks, Johnny Crafts, Christian Magalesh, Paige Barango, Evelyn Nickel, Grace Roca, Mayana Walker, Madison Klein, and Mariah Ingram. Band captain is Angel eBay. Drum Major Emerson Smiley, is your band ready? Oakleaf High School, you may take the field for your performance.
Attention, will the parents of Gilbert Resto Jr. please come to the press box? Gilbert Resto Jr., he's looking for his parents. If you know his parents and they can't hear, please direct them to the press box to pick up little Gilbert. Gilbert Resto Jr., parents of Gilbert Resto Jr.
Hello and welcome back. The end of the halftime show. Hope you enjoyed it. As both teams are starting some pre-second half warm-ups. Orange Park over on their side in a huddle, trying to, they're getting definitely a pep talk from the coach, trying to get them motivated for this second half. Oakleaf running through their drills in preparation for what was already a dominant first half. And they're hoping to continue that work here in the second. I will get our scoreboard back online. There we go. And we will go into the third quarter as the referees are starting to issue some whistle blows and warnings. Hey, get off the field. Both teams are obviously wanting some warm-up time, but the bands took up a little bit more than was expected. They definitely added some time on the clock for that, and we do appreciate our bands. So more than happy to give a little extra time to let them get their halftime performances done. Starting the third quarter in the second half, Oakleaf Knights leading 35-7 for what was, for Orange Park, a rather eventful start with a one-play flea flicker to go all the way down the field for a touchdown. One play. Since then, they have not had an answer for what is a very motivated, as you can see, Oakleaf team, who between their defense with their 2 interceptions and I believe one of them being called back and blown dead. But, however, the defensive stops, the 1 interception for sure, and their offensive drives, that first touchdown has gone unanswered with anything afterwards, after Oakleaf has scored 5. So let's see how they start the second half. Oakleaf is going to get the ball to start the second half and push them into a further drive of possession. In the start, there's going to be fielded about the 7. Coming out. Ooh, grabbed by an Oakleaf defender. Cannot be taken down. Going to be brought back down at about the 10. They're going to do forward progress to, looks like the 14. We have a lost child here on the field. He's up here in the press box. He's definitely being taken care of. He's okay, but he cannot find his parents, so that's what the announcement is going on right now. He is okay. He's being taken care of by the Oakleaf staff there, making sure he's good and taken care of. Definitely not a fun situation as a parent, but Oakleaf staff doing a good job to make sure that that child finds his parents again. He's having a good old time here in the press box with the PA announcer for the Oakleaf side. Oakleaf's going to bring out the offense, start this drive. 11:51. They're going to run it. Little quarterback keeper. He's going to make it just back to the line of scrimmage. Actually, they're going to mark him back for a loss. Loss of 1. So as we said, Orange Park definitely need to find an answer for this Oakleaf offense that has run rampant and their defense that has had some incredible stops and turnovers forced. Oakleaf's defense doing a decent job, but just not having an answer, such as this here on the left side of the field. Quick catch. Oh, that was definitely a hard fall. Shaken up on the sideline. There's a good catch and run by number 1, Michael Connor III. We've called his number a few times. He's shaken up down on the sideline. He's on his feet, which is good, but he may have to sit out a few plays after that hard fall straight to his face and possibly a twisted ankle. Is getting his ankles looked at right now. Michael, hope you're doing okay after that play. Definitely get some good attention on the sidelines. As we've said last week, we do care about our athletes and them recovering quickly. We don't like to see injuries. It is a part of the game, but definitely wishing some speedy recovery. It's going to be a little out route. Number 33, we've called his number quite a bit, Reggie Ferguson. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage and a little bit more, pick up about 3. Never mind, they were going to mark it, pick up a 5. 2nd and 5. And then stop the clock to move the chains from that last drive. I forgot to. Let's line up those numbers. There we go. And Oakleaf just continuing their offensive drive as they've done all game. No receiver there. He was intending for number 12, Jordan Price, who we've called quite a bit as well. Not on the same page. The pass was there, just Jordan kept running. I think the quarterback was expecting a different route and also feeling a little bit of pressure from Orange Park, which they need to keep doing. If they can keep some pressure up on this quarterback, he can scramble, and their defensive line has done a good enough job at picking him up. They need to force him out of his momentum and out of his tempo to force these plays. It's going to be a running play up the center, breaking some tackles through. First down, obviously. And that is going to be, I believe, number 28. Ezra Brown. That is going to be Ezra Brown on the carry. That's going to move the chains. So that's going to be first down, Golden Eagles forcing their will upon this Orange Park defense down the field to continue this drive. Passing play. Scrambling, trying to find a receiver. Caught mid-jump. Jukes a defender on the sideline. That's going to be number 12 again, Jordan Price. Huge stutter step to force that defender to just miss that tackle completely and then gain a couple of extra yards. Will stop the clock to move the chains. And that's another first down for the Knights. And we have a player down in the backfield. So we will stop the clock for that. Again, as we've stated, definitely hope our player athletes are okay. That's going to be number 56, it looks like. Jaden Blanton for Orange Park. He will get up assisted, make his way to the sideline. Again, wanting to make sure that he is okay. All right, so that's going to be another first down. Catch this clock up. And as I stated at the beginning of the game, the amount of JSO officers that are here, they're definitely doing their jobs. One's coming up trying to make sure that they're obviously finding those parents. Good pass, could not be caught. Wrong team. Denario Jacobs could not get some hands on it, bounces off of him. He's lucky that the Oakleaf defenders the Orange Park defenders that were there did not get their hands on that ball. That would have been a saving grace for them if they had been able to intercept that, as that would have been an easy interception and some yardage to gain afterwards. Fortunate for him that they did not grab that. And again, still getting back in the rhythm of the clock, so I do apologize for that. You'll hear that for a little bit tonight as we get back into this two-man team combo we've got going on. Good pass. Oh, good tackle. Number 10 on the catch, CJ Moses on the catch. That'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Knights on their unrelenting drive down the field, eating up this clock. With 8 minutes left to go in this 3rd quarter. They've already eaten up 4 minutes of this clock, pushing down this field, being very methodical about their approach. They only need 1 yard, and they have it. Caught by number 12. We've called him before. Couldn't juke him that time. It's number Jordan Price, Mr. Jordan Price. Could not juke the sideline again, but got the 1st down.
Did you need anything?
And the Oakleaf staff doing just as good. We definitely shout them out as well. Checking on us, making sure we're doing as good as well. And again, making sure that that child is doing good. So we do appreciate them, their staff. Everybody in this county has done a great job of making sure everybody's taken care of at these events, including the players when they're injured on and off the field. So giving a shout out to them where it's due, as it is due. Another quick pass on a slant route could not be gathered up. And that was to number 0, Denario Jacobs, who could not get his hands on that to complete the pass, which will stop the clock. They were definitely going touchdown there. Quick out route pass. Caught Trace Burney. Finding holes, touchdown. Good jukes from him. We've seen him do it before, and he's done it again. Trace Burney with a quick little out route, dump off pass, finding his way all the way in for the touchdown. Way to go, Trace. And that will bring on the Oakleaf field goal unit to attempt the point after.
This extra point is going to be brought to you by Merchants Wade Dental. As number 30 says, Pena lines up for this extra point.
And just an update, as it is a good one. Gilbert's parents have been found. He has been reunited. So, good stuff there. All the staff here, JSO, making sure families get reunited in what is sometimes a scary event. Good touchdown there by Oakleaf. Point after being attempted. The hold, the kick. And it is through the uprights. Good. With that, that will bring it to an even more extended lead. Oakleaf 42, Orange Park 7. And if I'm not mistaken, with that, after this kickoff, that should start a rolling clock for the rest of the game, as the point deficit has been substantial. I believe it's a 35-point lead is when they automatically start that. We'll have to see what they decide here. Clock should only stop, I believe, whenever timeouts are called, and possibly to move the chains. Yeah, they've already started the rolling clock. We'll catch that time up. Here's the kickoff from Oakleaf. Booming kick. Easily into the end zone for a touchback. Orange Park will take over on their 20, 1st and 10. And again, let's see if they can get anything rolling with this monstrous Oakleaf defense that have done a great job so far at stopping them. With one confirmed, again, stats-wise, we'll have to take a look next week pregame. I'll see if I can come up with some stats. But one confirmed interception, another that was definitely caught and I believe blown dead and brought back. But the Oakleaf defense doing an amazing job against this Orange Park offense that, again, as I've stated, since the very first play has not been able to come with any type of touchdown play since then. Again, that clock's still rolling. 5:30 left to go. Sorry, 5:38 left to go. Running play up the middle, met at the line of scrimmage. Number 8 getting in there at the end for Oakleaf to try to stop any forward momentum. That's going to be Sean Smith. Definitely saw him jumping in there. The initial stop looks like it was by number 52. And that is going to be Chris Jules, as well as number 3, Tyrone Early, TJ Early. So a cluster of Oakleaf defenders there, reading that play beautifully. Good job by Orange Park to gain at least a little bit of some ground there. Gain 2nd and 6. And they are going to make sure that they are set up good for this play. Low snap, good pickup for scrambling. Trying to keep it and gain back to the line of scrimmage. He is brought down. That is going to be Brockafleegi. And he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to say no gain. Scratch that, loss of 1. And that is Brockafleegi at quarterback, trying to make something out of that low snap. Brockafleegi, we've called his number quite a bit. The man has multiple roles. He is their kicker. He is also a receiver and apparently also a quarterback for Orange Park, as they try to get lined up to run what I would assume, based on the formation, is possibly the same play. And I believe, I cannot read the jersey because I'm on the side, but I believe number 9 is lined up on the far right of your screen, their quarterback. So possibly, yeah, there it is, a running play straight to him. Read beautifully by the Oakleaf defense. Number 31, Travis Scott, cutting in there beautifully to stop any type of momentum on that play. And that is going to be another loss. Bring them back down 4th and 11. Nothing going there for Orange Park. And that will bring on the Orange Park punting unit. So again, Brockafleegi will stay in the backfield to punt the ball away. Until he's shaken up from that one. He's breathing definitely heavy. Did not feel good to be tackled by the ankles, especially by Travis Scott, a fairly decent-sized player, to bring him down in the backfield. And it's going to be a punt back to, I believe, number 12 and number 11. Excuse me, 15. It's going to fake it, running down the right side, trying to get a first down, getting past the line of scrimmage. We'll call it a gain of 5 on the play, but it's not going to be enough for anything. Could not get the first down. Was a good fake, but Oakleaf not falling for it. This is going to be number 4, Jermaine Robinson, on the initial stop, and that will stop the clock to do a change of possession. Let's go Oakleaf. We believe in you, y'all. Josiah, they are definitely doing a good job of showing their momentum here, Josiah, as Orange Park has not had an answer for them since the very first play of the game. They have imposed their will pretty much unrestricted, as we've seen them do so many times before. And their offensive unit will come back out. And as soon as they take the field and the whistle is blown, the rolling clock will begin again. And that will start the clock. Passing play dumped off to number 33 again, Reggie Ferguson. And that will bring up another Oakleaf first down. Already inside the red zone of Orange Park once again, looking to pass once again, trying to scramble, find something outside the pocket, finding the back of the end zone, number 12, Jordan Price. Touchdown, Oakleaf. Good scramble there by Jack McKissick to scramble, try to find something on the right side, not going there, turn around and find his receiver in the back of the end zone for another Oakleaf touchdown, which will bring our score, assumingly, after the good extra point. They will blow it dead. It's going to be offsides on the defense. And it does not look like they're going to stop the clock to do a reattempt. They will probably give them the kick attempt, but the clock will continue to run to the end of the quarter. And again, calling offsides on the defense. They're going to rerun the play. That will be the end of the quarter, but they will get the kick, the free kick. The snap, the kick, and it is good. So that will bring our score to a staggering Oakleaf 49, Orange Park 7. That is the end of the third quarter. It will bring us into our fourth and final quarter. Let me fix these timeouts, as they got fresh timeouts at the start of the half. And again, Oakleaf showing they are not going to be fooled on any trick plays again on the fake punt attempt, giving them excellent field position to make quick work off of a running clock to score another touchdown. If I had a co-commentator at this point, I would definitely be asking them, if you're Orange Park, what do you do to change what's been happening in this game? If anybody's watching in the comments, definitely let me know. If you're Orange Park and you're down 49-7 and you haven't had an answer since the very first flea flicker play, what do you do to change it? Do you stay with the conventional offense that they've been trying to run, or do you go strictly trick plays only, which is the only thing that's worked, at least thus far, scoring you a touchdown? What's something that you would do if you're this offensive coaching staff to try to get your team back in this game? Maybe not to win, but to at least show more face than one play. Another booming kick landing at the 5 and rolling into the end zone for a touchback That will start our rolling clock. Actually, they started the clock as soon as the whistle, so I'll bring this back down right about there. Maybe they can come up with something, because at this point, if I'm Oakleaf, I'm sending in my second string. There's not much that I've got to do to prove that I've beat this team. Even if they score a touchdown, I still have a drastic lead. So they definitely have brought out some new faces, some new players. Orange Park Raiders will try to take over at their 20 and make something out of some fresh body substitutions, some second string substitutions. And it looks like they've also subbed their second string in. It was a handoff in the backfield. Even the second string of Oakleaf is eating this up. That going nowhere for a loss of 4. Second down and 14 for Orange Park. Clock winding down towards the 10-minute mark in the waning stages of this game. Another handoff up the middle, making it back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a yard or two gained past that. We're going to mark it at the 22, and that will bring up 3rd and 8 for Orange Park and their second string offense. Just trying to get them some playing time. They know this game is over at this point as far as score-wise. Maybe that's the change they need, is just to go have a talk on the sideline with their starters. Looks like they've got a little bit of that going on. But pull your team, give them rest for next week, and you hope to do some type of turnaround. Not a terrible start to the season, 1-1, but not a good look for a district rival. Another handoff. Good run, cut up the middle, definitely a first down. That is going to be by number 2, Austin Miles, a junior. Austin Miles, correction. Good run there by Austin to pick up the first down and keep them alive in this drive of the 4th quarter. The snap, direct snap running play. 8 up in the backfield. Number 31 there on the tackle. Travis Scott again. We've called him before. He's definitely a starter, and they've brought in, looks like just a cluster of second and first string just to make sure that Orange Park doesn't try to run away with anything. That's going to bring us into our sub-8 minute of the 4th quarter. A good stop there by Travis Scott on that direct snap running play to number 15, Galen Williams, a sophomore. Throwing play picked off, number 10, leaping into the air, juking, and a pick 6 for CJ Moses. Amazing leap to grab that ball and take it all the way back for a pick 6. His team definitely congratulating him for an excellent play, bringing them up 6 higher. You definitely deserve the praise on that one, CJ. Great leaping interception, pick 6. You'll see that one in the highlight reel. And that will bring out Oakleaf's kicking unit. Number 30, Sam Pena, to kick. It is up, and it is good. That will bring your score after that pick six and extra point. Oakleaf Knights 56, Orange Park Raiders 7. Josiah says, if I was them, I would simply simplify the game plan or look for momentum shifts. I definitely understand that, Josiah. There's nothing going in the momentum they had, which I'm not saying second string was the answer. Definitely want to get them some playing time. That'll teach that quarterback, even if you're under pressure, sometimes you don't do the throws like that out of pressure, especially when you've got a seasoned defender right there to grab that ball with a fairly rookie receiver trying to grab the ball and save you on that play. Definitely looking for some type of change in the offense to get you something going. That is not the way to do it. But, again, trying to get those starters out of there because obviously they're not working. This game is all but over with this rolling clock still going past the 5-minute mark. So I don't completely blame them from pulling them. This is going to be a booming kick back to the 4-yard line, fielded by number 5, taking it out the left side, and he is met by number 14, AD Mentor of Dias, meeting him, and he is very slow to get up. It was AD and one other defender I did not catch the number on. He was met very hard, and that was number 5 on the return, Xavier Jones. Good attempt at the return, Xavier. Glad to see you up on your feet after that hard hit from 2 Oakleaf defenders. Way to show spirit on trying to get that ball out to, looks like your 16-yard line. And this is where Oakleaf will take over. Sorry, Orange Park will take over. With that clock winding inside the 4-minute mark. Running play, 8 up at the line of scrimmage. You can see Oakleaf trying to jump that line. Definitely met by the Orange Park offensive line fairly well, but I think it was enough to at least break up the running play and stop him for a no gain. And while we wind down inside this 3-minute mark, I want to take the time to thank our Clay County first responders, emergency services, firefighters, EMTs, sheriff's department that are out here on this lovely Florida night, getting prepared for this crowd to leave, setting up their traffic setups. That's going to be a handoff in the backfield and brought down number 11, James Waters, brought down behind the line for a loss. For a cluster of Oakleaf defenders, I know number 56, Dylan Glover, was in there. I did not catch the other number, but good job by Oakleaf to eat up that. That's going to bring up 3rd and most likely 15 or 16. And again, thanking our first responders out here doing the hard work, making sure traffic's flowing good while these fans get out of here in the waning moments of this sub 2 minutes of this game. We're at 1 and 43 left. My clock might be a little bit behind, but Orange Park getting set up to run their third down play. Handoff. Continuing. Ooh. Big hit by Oakleaf. And that was number 25. Again, trying to look at the side of it. Looks like Rocky Kama. Yeah, 25, Rocky Kama. Huge hit on that play. Breaking up any potential bring back. And that was Xavier Jones, I believe, on the carry, number 5. At least that's who it looked like. And that will bring this down inside the minute mark. Oakleaf most likely going to be able to run one more play if they can get the ball back in time. Orange Park running this clock down past the 30-second mark with their punting unit. Number 23, I believe, and number 0 back to receive for Oakleaf. They're going to run this clock down 10 seconds. There's the penalty flag for a delay of game. But it will not be enough, as the rolling clock will continue. And that will bring us to the end of your game. Your final, Oakleaf 56, Orange Park 7. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it. And I'm going to say it a little early. Thank you for getting us to 500 subscribers. Huge milestone for us. Thank you for the support. We love to have you. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll be here next week at Oakleaf as they face off against Fleming Island's Golden Eagles in what is expected to be a very good game. Oakleaf proving they have an offense here that can deal with trick plays and any type of contention, and dealing with any type of anything that's thrown at him, really. That was a huge display from Oakleaf to final out 56-7, giving nothing to Orange Park other than the first play of the game. We'll see you next week here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. We'd love to have you. Thank you for the 500 subscribers, and we'll see you next week.